back to the Upville. We continue with the show, and now we get into our Upville conversations. Now, this gentleman has been trending for the past couple of weeks with a song that was surprisingly released over a year ago, but now it's picking up speed and heat all over social media as well as on streaming platforms. And it was also at the Miss Universe competition where I did perform live there with Daxon Ma Africa. Rajiv Rox, thank you very much for joining me on the show.
Thank you so much, George.
It's good to have you, but let's begin from here. Where did your musical journey began? Because we are hearing of Rajiv with this big song, and we're wondering, where has this gentleman been? Where did it start?
I had this music thing in me from my school time, and I started performing from that time. So once I came to, that was back in India. And once I came to Africa, I was in Ghana first, and then there, after a while, we thought of doing something because that was there. I was working and I said, okay, fine, let me see if I can do something, and we were able to form a band. We were about 5-6 people together, and that band went on very well for about 3-4 years. And that is how my actual journey began, and it's just a passion that I'm continuing with.
And what genres influence the kind of music that you do today?
Indian music influenced me a lot, alongside the Western music as well. I was highly inspired by, music coming in from the Western part of the world.
And so far, coming in now to the African music space, it seems like you've adapted to this whole Zambian kind of music that we have going on. What was the moment that you felt that sound and you felt you could be able to sync it with the Indian kind of vibe that you like?
When I came to Zambia, that's about 6 years ago, I saw that people are obsessed with music,
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
So, and I believe music is just one world, There is nothing called, different cultures and all. I believe it's one world with different languages, And I think it's a God gift that I pick up on languages a bit faster. And I thought, this is the right time to do something in Zambia, and something at a good level, which is the first time I have done. So, I collaborated with Daxon Ma Africa, and he chipped in. He said, okay, fine, let's do something, by putting in Nyanja. I said, yeah, that's good. So I picked up quickly on Nyanja part, along with Indian. And even the Pidgin that I speak very well, because I told you I was in Western Africa as well. Yeah. Their Pidgin is spoken widely in that part of Africa, and English obviously. So thought of putting things together and then bringing some few, like 2 continents together basically.
Yeah.
Asia, Africa.
And it seems you had this kind of chemistry with Daxon. Was that just because you were working together? How many times have you worked together? First, I should start off from there. But even more so, how long did it take for you to develop that kind of chemistry on this project?
It was very quick. This is the first project, that we worked together with. And then it was within a span of a month we managed to, to conclude on this project. Yeah.
Now, people in the country calling you the next big thing. And everybody is searching for who Rajiv Rox is, and they're finding your music video, and it's garnered a lot of views so far on YouTube. It's over 20,000 plus now, and it's still rising. Just when I checked in the morning, it should have been at 21,000. It's over 22,000 plus now.
It's sitting on 30 something now.
30 something now.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
In fact, over the period of 1 year, it was sitting on 10 to 11,000.
Yeah.
And since it started trending from the last couple of weeks, 3 weeks, it has got some numbers jumping up,
Which is something that is good. So are you pressured by how people are going on about it and calling you the next big thing? They're looking for the next big thing coming from Rajiv.
First of all, I would like to say that I'm really thankful to the people of Zambia. The kind of love that I'm getting, and my song is getting. It's definitely not so easy, to work in the same space, with those who are legends in this country. But yes, there's pressure now. People are really expecting new things coming up from my end.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's an year-old song, which is trending now. So let it trend for a while, and then I will surely look at something new.
Yeah. Do you feel you are the bridge for these different musical cultures? Because you mentioned how that you're good with Pidgin, now you're getting into the Nyanja space, and you have your Hindi, and so on and so forth. Do you feel like you're the bridge for these musical cultures coming into the music?
I certainly think so, because languages is what I told you I'm a bit strong at, and in fact I've also done some numbers in Ghana in Arabic, So language is not a barrier, I believe when you are singing in a certain language, it must come in the proper accent, intonation. I think I'm blessed with that. So yes, it has given me a wider opportunity to to bridge this gap in Zambia and bring the music world together. Yeah.
How does a Rajiv songwriting or composition session look like?
We sat down together, Daxon Ma Africa, myself, and obviously he was looking at the Nyanja part, and then I said, okay, we just had a quick chat. Let's quickly get on something from Hindi as well, and it was just about love, and Pidgin is always at the back of my mind. I speak very well, and yeah, it just clicked on the spot. I mean, I will be honest, it was just everything spontaneous.
And getting into it, are there any Zambian artists, now that you're here, you've been here for 6 years, that you dream of collaborating with?
Yeah, I certainly do. There are so many big names in Zambia. Obviously, there's Yomaps. There is also Chef 187, and Makitu is there too. Roberto. I mean, there are so many intentions going around. But let's see. I'm just taking a day at a time. Yeah.
Now let's talk about you joining the Zambian Association of Musicians. Zambia Association of Musicians. It was news about a week ago, and you recently joined, so they announced it. How or what exactly does that mean for your future in the music industry?
No, it's a very strong move for me, actually. I mean, the way I'm really thankful, to the Zambia Association of Musicians to have announced me at such a level, and it will give me a chance to interact with so many artists, other than the big names that we see in the country, So that is a very big platform for me. So I think that will. I've recently joined in, so I'll need some time to interact with everyone and come up with with something unique.
And so far, the interactions are going on well with the association.
Yes, so far so good. It's been really encouraging for me. There was even, they were running a campaign, a couple of days ago, and I was able to do something there as well, and had a few words, That was in Chongwe.
Now, let's get into some of the biggest challenges you have as an artist. This is your biggest song on your platform, but let's get into some of the biggest challenges that you've encountered over the course of your career, and how you overcame them, or how you're overcoming them now that you are set on this high bar.
The challenge has always been, doing the right thing and getting it to the right platform, to the right people. That was a major challenge. So, in fact, I would be honest with you, from 2006 2007, there was a halt. I did not do anything for the next 8-9 years. So basically, it was like a break kind of a thing, But after that, when I realized that the music is very much there in me. And then I started doing, because like I said, we had a band in Ghana.
Yeah. The one you had for 4 years.
Yes, for 4 years. And why it broke off, because some members they traveled out of Ghana. Some went to Middle East, some went to US, Canada. So the group got scattered. So after a break of 8 years, I started going online. I did some online recordings myself, and that's what started pushing me back. And yeah, after coming to Zambia, I saw a really big opportunity, and I've utilized it so far, so good. Yeah.
There have been some criticisms here and there from people, some saying you should just sing in your actual language, some saying they love the kind of work that you do, but you are an emerging artist. How do you handle this now that you are in the spotlight?
Criticism is very important. That pushes you to do better and better. I always feel the positive feedback is very important, but negative is more important, because they know that it lets you get into the groove that you actually belong to, and it pushes you so that you can do better and show what you can do. Yes, people do say why Indian artists singing in Nyanja. Like I said, music is one word with different languages. Why not bring them together? Bring different cultures together. That is also the reason I was performing at Miss Zambia Miss Universe, in that Indian cultural dress, because that is what I'm trying to do, bring cultures together.
Let's talk about that stage, because I was getting to that question. You performed on one of the biggest stages
Indeed.
in 2025, which is the Miss Universe platform, which had over hundreds of thousands of people watching that night. How was that feeling for you?
I just got soaked in the moment, and it was just amazing. It was one of the it was the biggest opportunity for me to perform at such a prestigious stage of Zambia Miss Universe. And yeah, I think I try to do what I usually do, without taking the pressure that I'm now at such a prestigious stage. And it went on well, and everybody appreciated it, and it was so good of people around me.
Speaking of which, and everybody accepting and appreciating it, you seem to have this connection with your fans on social media. They can relate to you, not necessarily as a celebrity, but as a real person.
Yep.
And you have that connection that people want to be a part of. Explain how that connection works, especially with your fans. Like, does it also inspire you to write better songs?
I will just go a bit backwards. When I was in Ghana, I was very close to to the local culture. So I think from the time I came to Africa, I have been very close to the culture where I live, and I have continued that. And I think that has given me the opportunity to to mingle with the people so well, and also as just a common man, not being an artist or a celebrity. I like to, how do you call it? I like to get into the groove that that the country is in, and I think it is a really solid opportunity for me, to do more and more in Zambia, which I aim. And like I said, it's not that easy to enter a space where already so many, marvelous artists belong to. But I will just keep trying.
Now, I want to get into your headspace a little bit more, and that is a week and a half ago. Bloggers took a teaser of your music video with Daxon, and they posted it, and this blogger posted, and the next, and hundreds of thousands of people viewed it. One night you're sleeping, the next you wake up, you're trending. What was that moment like for you?
It was amazing. I just couldn't believe it. My phone was just flooded. Because, like I said, I have been here for a while.
Yeah.
People, I know a lot of people. I have good relationships, and everybody was just sending me, "Look, Rajiv, what's happening around?" And I was just overwhelmed. I just sat back for a while and tried to, come to terms that this is real. The song is trending now. It's happening. All the hard work put in is now giving some results. That was one of the best feelings.
And what can fans expect from you now that you are a name to always look forward to for the next thing? What can fans expect from you in 2025? An album, an EP, preferably more singles and videos?
Yeah, 2025 definitely. A music album is expected, because now, like I said, people always want to see what next. That's wow, because when they saw the first song, we are waiting for the next one.
Yeah.
So I think right now there is this kind of pressure, but like I said, I will let this go for a while.
Yeah.
But definitely in 2025 I shall come up with something. For my fans who love me so much, and I'm really thankful to them. Without them, I can't do anything.
That's true.
Yeah.
And before I let you go, your social media platforms, in case fans would like to connect with you and maybe some other artists in the country would like to collab with you, your social media platforms.
I'm found on Facebook, Rajiv Rox, RAJIV space Rox, ROX, and I'm also on YouTube. It's just my full name with my channel, Rajiv Mangnani, RAJIV MANGHNANI, and I'm also on TikTok, which actually gave a major boost.
Yeah.
So on TikTok, it's Rajiv Rox 3, RAJIV ROX 3. the digit 3. So I'm found on all these platforms, you know. In fact, it was just about, like I said, a couple of weeks, 3 weeks ago, I posted the clips again, and that was it.
That was it. Yeah. That definitely was it. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You are the most trending artist right now in the country.
I'm blessed.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you, George.
And we appreciate the fact that you're here. We look forward to more in 2025.
Sure, definitely, 100%, you know. And I must say, I love this country so much, and I love the people of Zambia.
The people of Zambia definitely love you. And they're looking forward to more.
I'm honored.